Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Welcome back to the Black Elf and your boy, Brother Kush. Okay, man, I want to continue talking about this topic about relationships, you know what I'm saying? But this time I want to do it a bit different based on some of the comments that I have. In fact, everybody that chimed in, I plan to do a video response to you. If you give a good comment, whether you agree with me or disagree, I plan to do a video response to your comment, because I try to teach by real experience, and now your dialogue is becoming a part of that experience. That's how life works. That's just how life works. And that's what I'm trying to bring to this channel. So anyway, before we get started, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you've been here several times and have not subscribed, go on and hit that subscribe button right now, because this is going to be an interesting journey. We're going to skip everything else. Nothing else matters. That's all we want to talk about for now. Let's get right into this here. So, let me say this here. One of the things that I'm having trouble with is establishing authority. And I don't mean authority in the sense that I'm over you and you got to listen to me. I mean authority in the sense of reality versus beliefs. With all due respect for everybody that chimed in, that whether you agreed or disagreed, that came with statistical data, statistics are not reality. I'm sorry, but I mean, you know that saying that numbers don't lie? Well, statistical numbers do nothing but lie. That's why they were created. They were created to take raw data, raw information, raw numbers, and make it seem like something that it's not. That's the sole purpose of statistical data. So when a brother tells me something like, statistically speaking, arranged marriages last longer, based on what? What do we have that we can rely on to verify that? Nothing. First of all, let's use a bit of common sense here. Let's talk about the arranged marriage thing first. Let's use a bit of common sense here. Obviously, if the marriage is arranged, that means the woman have no say-so in the whole deal. So how can she get divorced? Now, in most of these cultures where they arrange marriages, the men sort of dominate the relationship, right? The woman is virtually his slave. Let's just be honest and call it what it is. The woman is virtually his slave. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if he liked her, even if he had always had a thing for her, she has no choice in that matter. So she might not feel towards this man like nothing towards this man, but she has no say-so in the matter. So she has a man crawling on top of her that she don't want on top of her. She has to put a penis in her mouth that's attached to a man that she don't even want to touch. This is misery and hell for that woman. Now, I don't know about you kind of brothers, but I wouldn't want to put no woman in that situation. I wouldn't want to arrange marriage. I wouldn't want no woman to be forced to be with me. I just wouldn't want it. And the sad thing is that I sort of understand how you brothers got to that point. Too many of y'all have never been liked for you. You don't know what it's like to be liked for just you. So now you have this belief system that has come down to you where you think, okay, I need to rig the game, because that's usually what people do. If the reality of the circumstances doesn't work out for them, they seek some way to manipulate that or control that to their benefit. And you can't really control the actions of another human being. That is called slavery. If you can control another human being and make them do things that they don't want to do, that is called slavery. That is not marriage. You can put a name on it all you want, but that's not a marriage. That's a slavery. And I'm sorry, but the reason why we don't see arranged marriages in any real civilized society is because no man, no real man, no real brother, no real father, no real male cousin would allow the females that's under their protection to be put through that type of circumstance. So again, when you come to me and say, statistically speaking, arranged marriages last longer, I would have to say, no, they don't. Arranged marriages are just slavery. That's not a marriage, that's an ownership. Now, I'm sure some of those cultures have a way for women to divorce after so many years or after X amount of this or X amount of that. I'm not really sure how that goes. You know, so I'm not going to try to speak on the intricacies of how these male-dominant female oppressive countries or cultures deal with arranged marriages. All I'm telling you is that I would never do that to my daughter. I have a daughter. Actually, my daughter has children of her own. She's married. She has children of her own. But I would have never forced my daughter to marry a man that she didn't want to marry. And I would have never attempted to force her to not marry a man that she wanted to marry. Because my daughter is not my possession. I would never force my sisters to marry somebody that they don't want to marry. And see, this is part of the reason why social economics is a bad way to determine a mate. You know, and this is because what you're really trying to do in the whole world of this, trying to get women to choose men transactionally, is what you're trying to do is basically create an arranged marriage. And although Dr. Orion Taraban was correct in almost everything he said except his conclusion as to what that marriage is only about children, he's trying to manipulate the reality of the circumstances and reduce it down to a transaction that the man and woman enter just so they can have children. Well, what a lot of brothers are doing, they're trying to reduce this down to a transaction where the woman enters it based on a man's finances. But the problem is that, brothers, is that most of y'all don't even have the finances. I mean, I just literally seen this clip, man. But this guy was talking about economics, right? He's not talking about relationships and nothing like that. And that's another thing. Y'all got to start broadening your understanding that everything within this single system is interconnected. You could talk about economics and get life lessons regarding how we approach dating, because we live in a controlled system, which means everything is connected within this system, within this sphere. Everything is connected. And the guy was talking about economics, and he was talking about like people talking about like having money. He said, well, if you got $500 in your bank account, then you got more money than something like 30% of the people in America and France. He named a couple of European countries. He said most people can't survive any type of emergency. You know what I'm saying? They get in trouble. They just don't have the savings. And that's something to think about, you know. So when you're talking about all this money and resource that y'all supposed to have, we don't have it. We just don't have it. So y'all steadily trying to convince women to transactionally choose men based on social economic factors that the average man don't even have. Once again, this was my problem with the whole Kevin Samuels thing, and I know my boy Louisville. I'm gonna get to your comments, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, you wrote me a book, but I'm gonna get to it, and we're gonna come on. I'm gonna let you come on here live and discuss Kevin Sam. You want to defend him? I'm gonna give you the opportunity. But that's my problem with this whole high value man way of talking, is because you're setting up a icon. You know, it's like the Jesus thing. You're setting up an icon that most of us will never ever be like, and we're supposed to care about what this mythical high value man won't and don't want, when most of us would never even be that man. Most of us will never be in that position. So why should I care about what he won't or don't want? I need to focus on what I want and don't want, and what I can get and can't get. That's what I need to focus on. And I'm telling you, women do not pick men transactionally based off of social economics. It's just a myth. They're not going to do it. They've never done it. They ain't going to start doing it. I remember I talked to a black couple. I mean, and the man's stupid. You know, we sitting there talking, you know, I got my wife, and we sitting around, his wife, my wife, right? And I'm explaining to him that, you know, look, bro, all this stuff can come and go, man. You can't control none of that, bro. You know, this is why when you go through those vows, you know what I'm saying, it's for better or for worse. There's a reason for that, people. So I'm like, you know, all of this stuff can come and go, but the truth of the matter is, the person that's with you is supposed to be down with you, man, through it all, man. Ups and downs alike. You know what I'm saying? And his girl was like, Real talk. Now, my snowflake, as y'all call it, she like, look, we gonna sleep under the bridge together. You know, if everything collapses economically on us, we gonna ride it out together. You know, wherever we go together. His girl though was like, I don't think so, I don't think so. And he agreed with his girl. He said, I don't think that's how I go. I think, if I reach a point where I can no longer, provide or I lose my job, I think she should leave me. Then use a duck. Then what are you with her for? Because right now, if I bat her in the mouth, you're going to be expected to fight with me over a woman that just told you she don't care about you. And not only that, I'm going to blues you. So now you about to get beat pink and blue by, well, he was a dark-skinned brother, but you about to get beat up by an old dude. And let's say we pull out jammies, it can escalate to something else, some gladiator stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this could turn bad, but you're expected to risk your life, put your life before a woman that just told you she don't care about you. And now we getting back to this arranged marriage thing. Why that don't work? Because see, as a human being, better example, I remember I heard, I think it was the crew, what they call that, some kind of crew. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Something crew. Seen one of their clips where they talking about how they want a woman to just, when she meet him, to just give him a certain amount of respect or whatever, right? Just off top, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of submit to him. That's the word he used. Say, she got to submit as soon as we meet, you know what I'm saying? Because if we go on a date and I drop her off, she want me to protect her. She want me to watch her walk to the door, make sure nobody, nobody do anything her. We do our job from the time we meet as men. This was the dude's argument, and I call bullshit on it. I'm like, bro, you can go sit down with that weak stuff, man. You go sit down because this dude pop out and bat that bitch up, start smacking her around. You ain't about to do nothing, and you shouldn't do nothing. You don't know her well enough. The best you can do is call the police for her. You don't know her well enough. You can sit there and you can talk all that yah, yang, yang, all you want, but you don't know her well enough. And that's the problem with y'all arguments. You're saying stuff that's just not true. She should not submit to you and soon as y'all meet, just like you not about to put your life on the line for her soon as y'all meet. And if the relationship is merely transactional, I ain't never put my life on the line for a woman that I know is only with me because I got money. I ain't serving no duty. And this is why y'all want that, because y'all won't feel obligated to that woman. Y'all won't feel, y'all talk about responsibilities and all this stuff, but y'all you don't have any when you're in a transactional relationship. That's my point. Your duties, responsibilities, or whatever, they stop at the agreement. She's giving you access to her body for a paycheck. That's called prostitution last time I checked, bro. That's called prostitution last time I checked. So when you talk about organic relationship, transactional relationships like that, or arranged relationship, which is a form of transactional relationship, you're essentially putting a man in a situation where the man is never going to be a man in that situation. Because he can't be, because you can't act a certain way towards somebody that you just don't love. Same thing with the female. If she's only with you for transaction, I know women that have gotten with dudes simply for transactional purposes. And they have told me this story. Y'all gotta remember, I used to counsel people. When I'm talking to y'all, I think a lot of y'all think I just pull shit out of my ass. That's not what I do. I'm telling y'all real life experiences, man. I'm telling y'all real life experiences. I had a counseling service. I'm telling you what women have told me. I've seen the looks in their faces when they had to have sex with their husband who they didn't even want touching them. That's why you get crazy chicks like the queen maker, that girl called herself Princella. That's why she can sit there with a straight face talk about how women don't like having sex. How having sex to women is like being raped. That's why she can say stuff like that, man, because too many women are with men that they don't like for the wrong reason. And the main woman that does that is black women. The main woman that puts herself in that type of uncomfortable situation is black women. And next you're going to have some crazy person tell you that's because we from Africa. No, it's not. She puts herself in that situation because that's what feminism basically tells women to do, to make the relationship transactional. But they do that because they understand that if you break the real bond between men and women, you break that family structure, it can never grow, which means that community, or that neighborhood, shall I say, can never grow, which means that community can never grow. By breaking the family, you stop everything else. That is like throwing a bomb in the heart of it. And that's what the feminist covert social operation understood. It was always intended to destroy us. And black women fed into it. So now what happens is you got all these sisters that put themselves through that stuff in a second. They no longer have to go through that. They out. In fact, I know one chick did it because she said she was just tired of working. This dude want to take care of me. You know, he likes me that much. He just want to do this, do that. She let him. But she told me how she just couldn't stand having sex with him. She couldn't stand the dude touching him. And it's not that the dude was ugly or nothing. She just didn't like him. It wasn't that the dude wasn't, you know, have his own form of attraction. She said it's not that he's unattractive. I just don't like him. And she talking about, you know, he be wanting me to give him head. I don't want to give him head. I didn't even want him inside of me. So you know what she did? She divorced him. But now this chick gangster though. Now one thing, I get his sister here. Now one thing she don't do, she ain't about to going through court and trying to take all the doom. She don't play it like that. But she knows she went into that for the wrong reasons. But now she a real sister now. She went into that for the wrong reasons. She left out of it. Didn't take none of that dude at money or nothing like that. Didn't try to take nothing from him. She just went out there and hustled. Got herself 2 jobs and worked. Now she's doing good. She owned 3 trucks. But she's a hustler. But the point is, you know, these situations that y'all trying to put that y'all want women in, that black women put themselves in, are not healthy. So when you start talking about arranged marriages, which is also a form of transactional marriage, which is also what social economic marriages are, you talk about a life of misery, and life is not about being miserable. And like I said, and again, you can't be as a man what you're supposed to be. You just can't do it. You can't be as invested in the welfare of the children if you have no connection really with that woman, or if that woman is just with you just because. So y'all wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Whoever say that, you know, I don't care what they say statistically. Statistics are not reality, bro. Like I said in the very beginning, they say numbers don't lie, but statistical numbers do nothing but lie. In fact, that's why they were created. So what type of marriage should we focus on? An organic one. Like one brother really just said on my page, right, the last comment I received, he said, man, you find somebody you like and you marry that person regardless of any other factor. That is the truth. That is the truth. In fact, let me pull his name up so I can give him some credit. Let me let y'all look at this here. Because he literally just said this. But you see, he said, your statement would definitely destroy Umar's argument. He keeps making marriage and relationship about race, bringing up economic stuff and calling it betrayal, all because black men are choosing white women, a white woman, or a Spanish woman, saying that marriage is a business and all that nonsense. Dr. Umar is nothing but a race hustler and panders to black women that he isn't even married to. That is 100% correct, Brother Keith. That is 100% correct. He's not even married to a black woman. But let me continue. His rhetoric is very racist and ignorant. You date and marry who you find attractive, no matter what the race is. That's the key. You date and marry who you find attractive, no matter what the race is. And that's the only fact of life that y'all gotta understand, my brothers. And when you date and marry who you are attracted to, and attraction is not just physical. Attraction is the whole package. Attraction is the personality. Attraction is the swag, the flavor. Attraction is the lifestyle. All of it's combined. You find who you are attracted to. They like you, you like them. That's who you get with. And those marriages do endure. Those type of marriages do last. So I have to beg the difference with anybody who say arranged marriages last longer. I don't see how possible. I don't know a single person in arranged marriage, and all my hood friends that I ran the streets with as a younger man, all of them been married more than 25 years. Some of them going on 30 years. I mean, truth be told, I met my wife kind of late. I came out of the federal system when I met my wife. So, man, who knows? But I mean, you know, I was gone for a while. But I literally met her a few months after I was home. So the whole time, this lady has been by my side. And now we pushing 26, 27 years. The whole time she's been by my side. So, I mean, because she liked me, I liked her. You know what I'm saying? Her race had nothing to do with it. I liked her character. I liked her style. I do like the way she physically looks. I liked her. We were compatible in a lot of ways. We were the same in a lot of ways. We liked a lot of the same type of stuff. I mean, it was just a good fit. And that's what you look for in life. And that's what you call an organic relationship. When it's just a good fit. There are no other factors. Whether we rich or poor, we are a good fit based on us as individuals. It's like something, a puzzle coming together. Her piece and my piece fit together because of the way we are as individuals. Not about our money and nothing else. It's just how we are. And that's what an organic relationship is. So what y'all want all of these, you can't call it GMO, genetically modified organisms, so you got to call it socially modified ideologies, right? SMIs. So socially modified ideologies. Y'all want all of these socially modified ideologies to supersede human nature in how we go about selecting mates. That's what y'all want. And those types of relationships are not going to work. And I don't care what statistical data you try to pull out about India or some other male oppressive country that beat women half to death and stone women and all that stuff. You can pull out any data you want from over there. I'm telling you, in a free world, that won't work. In a society where women are free, that won't work. And the last I checked, the women are free here, and y'all need to stop wishing they weren't. Because that's y'all problem. I had a brother actually tell me, a black man, actually tell me that women should not even be treated like they human. Y'all are crazy, my brothers. Y'all look, man, this stuff with these women have drove y'all crazy. But let me say this, let me end with this here, man. Let me justify my thug a little bit. For those who are new to the channel, I got a lot of new people. You got to understand, I had a polygynous family for 8 years. This woman that's still with me was one of those women, one of the 3 women on the inside. And I had 5 women on the second level, all open. These women would all be in the house together. We would all go places together. It's just that the ones on the inside, I dealt with them as wives. The ones on the second level, I dealt with them as girlfriends or concubines. In other words, my first priority was my wives. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with them differently. But I still, dealt with the other ones good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was good as it could be because, they understood. But the point is, you're not talking to a dude that has had problems with women. You're talking to a dude that has never had problems with women. I have walked up to Asian women and shot on them like they were black. Just went at them, talked to them, and got them. I have walked up to Latinas and Mexican women, just got them. I have walked up to women. I mean, I've dated women from almost 26, 27 countries. And I'm not talking about women that were born in America who grandparents from, no. I'm talking about women that were born and raised in other countries and came to America as adults. I have met women from 26 or 27 countries and smashed them all, bro. I approach a woman as a woman and it has never failed me. So when I hear y'all talk about all this other stuff, I had businesses and most women didn't even know it. I had 3 stores and never told nobody. All they know, look, why do they care about my money? And back then, the black women, well, this wasn't all black women. These women just didn't, even the sisters I dealt with, the kind of sisters I dealt with, they didn't ask a man about his income because that's personal. There was a time in the black community where we understood that was a rude question. You don't ask nobody how they pay their bills. That's not your business. But my point is, y'all are not listening to a dude that's just pulling stuff out of my ass, man. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm not telling y'all what some scientists say. I'm not telling y'all with no statistics or statistical data or some data collector. I can't think of the name they call these people. I'm not telling y'all what nobody else say. I'm not telling y'all what Kevin Samuel said or these red pill dudes online. I'm not telling you about what they say. I'm telling you about what I have done and what I have witnessed. That is the only fact. Not just what you can do, because sometimes you might be limited by something personal on you that keeps you from having certain personal experiences. But do you go out? You can't tell me that you don't go outside and see contradictions in everything you hear online. You can't tell me that. When Boosie say how black men get with these fat, ugly white girls, when a white boy get a black woman, he get the baddest black chick. You can't tell me that you can't walk to a mall right now in any major city, and see contradiction after contradiction of that fact. First of all, you probably won't even see a black woman with a white boy because they don't feel white boys like that for real. First of all. And 9 times out of 10 when they do get a white boy, he don't look like nothing. They the ones who date down just to get a white boy. Yes, this is the reality. But a brother don't have to do that. You'll go out and you'll see brothers with some badass non-black chicks. And don't tell me that's not true, because I dated nothing but badass non-black chicks. For all you pro-black dudes that's out here, I wish I could rewind time and bring these women that I was dating back in the late 80s, white girls and Hispanic girls and stuff like that from the late 80s and well, I was gone almost all the 90s, but the early 2000s, all this stuff. I wish I could pull these women up right now as they were when I was messing with them, and I challenge you to tell me that you wouldn't mess with that woman. Because like your boy Kevin Samuel said, beauty is objective. That's why I don't understand why he can rate a woman that's obviously not a damn adjustable 6 and all that stuff as a 6. Beauty is objective. If it's objective, you looking at the same thing I'm looking at. This is why I'm still confused by Jason Black having this picture of beautiful Lisa Ray on his screen talking about this lady is ugly. Dude, there ain't no planet, no moon, no universe where Lisa Ray, as she is right now in her 50s, can be labeled as ugly. The lady is beautiful. In fact, in some ways, I think she's prettier now than she was when she was young. I mean, that part might be subjective. But the objective part is, Lisa Ray is beautiful. She's always been a good-looking chick. You can't make her ugly just because she's above 30. Reality don't work like that, Jason Black. Reality don't work that way. So what you got going on here is you got a lot of dudes talking. And I'm the only dude on here that's living. I'm telling you what I have lived. Your choice. You can listen to these dudes that don't even have a girlfriend, keep on talking all crazy. And when they do get a chick, it's the kind of chick that they claim they wouldn't even mess with. Like your boy Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews doing dating Melly Monaco. Yeah, again, Melly is a bad chick. Fine and pretty. But she got a body full of tattoos. She got pictures of her in thongs and bikinis all over the internet. You can literally just Google her and find pictures of her, all her ass and everything all over the place. She gotta have an astronomical body count. But none of that mattered to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews once she showed him interest. All of his talking points went out the window. All of his standards went out the window. And that's the difference between men like me and him, because when I tell you I wouldn't mess with Melly Monaco, I'm telling you I wouldn't mess with Melly Monaco. When I tell you she's just not my type, it's too much, too many tattoos and stuff. I don't like that. And I'm telling you, I don't care. I can give her credit. See, I'm not saying she's bad looking. I'm telling you she's a very attractive chick. But she is not my type of chick. I would not deal with her. And I mean just that. That's the difference between men like me and men like them in the red pill and the manosphere that's talking. These dudes have failed. I didn't fail with women. So when I speak, I'm speaking from experience, my brothers. Y'all just got to learn how to hear that and accept that, man. Everything is not up for debate. And that's what I meant in the very beginning about trying to establish authority. Everything is not debatable. You can debate reality, bruh. Not with belief. You can't debate reality with statistics. You can't tell me about OkCupid statistics and then that's gonna affect or change what we know to be true out here. You can't do it. The only way to actually know is to get out here and learn. And that's what Brother Kush is trying to get y'all to do. And I'm trying to get y'all to do that by telling y'all, living real life is not as hard as y'all think it is, especially when you talk about just interacting with females, especially if you get away from black women. Now, I know that's going to make a lot of y'all mad. I'm just telling you, black women are the most invested in social economics. Either you don't measure up to what they want, or you're doing this and she might not like you still. They never get with a man based on that man being a man that they like, the kind of man that they like, the character. They don't pick men based on that. They'll sleep with a man based on that. They'll suck him up, ride him, and all that good stuff based on that. They might even get pregnant for him based on that. But they won't really dedicate their life, right, to traveling with a man that they actually like. They won't do it. Not in the majority of circumstances. They're going to pick a man according to the way white society told them to pick a man. And that is a problem. That is a problem. So, I said enough. Man. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush. Remember, man, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just starting. This stuff ain't going to stop, bro. This stuff ain't going to stop. The haters have came. They've done everything they could to stop it. This stuff ain't going to stop, bro. I'm just starting. I never wanted to become no relationship guru, but I mean, I could talk relationships, man, because I know relationships. I know women, bro. I could talk women because I know women. But y'all got to understand that I know women. I'm going to repeat a lot of stuff on this course, so just be patient with me as you tune in, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say some stuff multiple times because you always got new listeners, you know what I'm saying? So understand that. On that note, I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, a.k.a. the Black Alpha. Shalom.